Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope's vindictive vow against Steffy, Remy's previous concerns will. Thursday, December 5th. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Remy's previous worries will come back to haunt her, and Hope will make a vindictive vow against Steffy. According to Thursday, December 5th. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Hope Spencer will not back down now that Steffy Forrester has entered the cabin for a furious altercation. Steffy, like Ridge Forrester, blamed Hope of poisoning Carter Walton against the Forresters and held Hope accountable for his actions. Hope feels as though she just listened to Carter instead, which is clearly something that Ridge and Steffy haven't been doing for a while. Despite Steffy's warning that Hope would never again work at Forrester Creations, Hope can counter that Steffy won't have any more influence over it. Carter plans to reinstate Hope and make her an essential member of the business if his LLC takeover scheme succeeds. Hope will defend their love and support for one another while Steffy continues to attack her for using seduction to achieve what she wants from Carter. Regardless of the criticism Steffy directs at her, Hope will respond with a furious promise. Hope might guarantee that Steffy will be the one watching from the sidelines after Carter executes this takeover scheme. Will Spencer will continue to watch Remy Price's contact with Electra Forrester at Il Giardino on Thursday's B&B episode. Will's worries will only grow as he observes Remy more and learns more about his history with Electra. Will becomes a little dubious about Remy's appearance in Los Angeles following Electra's relocation there. After speaking with Remy, Will might feel that he's a little obsessed with Electra and worry that she doesn't see him as a serious threat. Will had already heard hints from Electra about running away from something in her past. Electra said that seeing Remy again was a tough reminder, even if she doesn't blame him. Will might believe this has Remy written all over it if he ultimately receives updates on the deepfake photo incident. Given Remy's unsettling stalker feelings, Will might eventually make some risky predictions. As this plot develops, Remy will demonstrate that he is nothing but trouble according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, so tune in for all the disturbing news that lies ahead. Liam is tempted by Steffy. Will Hope accept the phony proposal? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Will Hope fall for a phony proposal while Steffy seduces Liam? According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester Finnegan will want to discipline Hope Logan. Steffy will want to strike in any way she can after discovering Hope and Carter Walton's, Lawrence St. Victor, plot. Steffy cannot harm Hope at Forrester Creations since she is no longer there. However, Steffy may attempt to convince Carter that Hope is not good. Could Steffy, then, entice Liam Spencer to participate in a phony proposal scheme? Will Hope be duped if Liam agrees? Let's investigate this notion. Continue reading. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter Walton's LLC plan. According to B&B spoilers, Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., addressed Carter. Ridge gave Carter a way out, but only on the proviso that he ditch Hope. Carter declined and appeared to believe that he was in love with Hope. Carter is risking everything for Hope, with whom he has just had a brief love relationship, adopting a it's us against the world mentality. Spoilers for B&B, Hope Logan's retribution. In the end, Carter lost his job. However, Hope informs Brooke Logan that the LLC paperwork has already been submitted, as we know from the weekly preview segment. Carter probably scrambles to file the papers before Justin Barber blocks it. After Carter takes over at Forrester Creations, Hope intends to reclaim her line. Hope is probably hopeful that she can persuade Carter to fire Steffy and possibly Ridge as well. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester Finnegan's idea generation. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy will follow Ridge's example and blame Hope. Carter insisted that this was all his fault. Hope will continue to be accused of manipulating the strings by Ridge and Steffy. Steffy may have to leave the business to the lawyers. But Steffy will want to find a way to expose Hope or punish her. When Steffy sees Liam, will she have an idea? B&B spoilers, is this a false proposal? Steffy may like to show Carter that Hope is only taking advantage of him. Steffy might attempt to persuade Liam to pop the question in front of Hope. Fans are well aware of Carter's history of being extremely insecure when his women have affairs. Consider how Carter became enraged when he initially began to entertain the idea of dating Katie Logan, Heather Tom. Bill Spencer needed to talk about his kid, Will Spencer, so he called Katie. Carter, however, decided Katie wasn't for him after having a tantrum. That was before to their off-screen split and formal romance. Carter has previously acted in this manner toward his women. Therefore, Steffy only needs to sow one seed even if nothing is happening with Hope and Liam. Is it going to work? Hope isn't searching for love, she's looking for someone who can fulfill her desires, so I'm going to say no. Right now, she wants Steffy to fail and her line returned. Liam is unable to assist with that. The Forrester family receives bad news from Justin Barber. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Justin Barber breaks the bad news to the Forrester family this week. The Bold and the Beautiful is going to deal the Forrester family yet another devastating blow. Justin Barber has been called in by Rich Forrester to save his family business. However, according to B&B teasers, Ridge and the group at Forrester Creations will receive terrible news from the legal beagle. What if he is unable to clean up Carter Walton's mess? Read on for all the facts about what's happening on B&B next week. Spoilers for Carter Walton and Hope Logan's takeover on The Bold and the Beautiful. When Brooke raised the alarm, Carter Walton and Hope Logan's major takeover on Bold and the Beautiful seemed to be a complete failure. After immediately dismissing Carter and evicting him from the workplace, Rich Forrester brought in Justin Barber to come to his rescue. In actuality, Justin is the ideal candidate for the position after all the dubious activities he had to endure at Spencer Publications. Rich Forrester and his family are certain that Justin will arrive on a white horse and save the day, according to B&B spoilers. That may not be the case, though. According to CBS soap opera previews, Justin Barber will have to break some awful news to Ridge and his daughter, Steffy Forrester. Spoilers for B&B, will Carter Walton win? According to online rumors, Carter is far more intelligent than everyone has realized, and his takeover might be inevitable. Carter might be staying at Forrester Creations, so fans of The Bold and the Beautiful are in for a treat and a titanic business war. We have a suspicion that Bonnie and Clyde will make some quite outrageous demands, and Ridge will most likely need to meet with Carter and Hope to negotiate in order to regain his family's business. Justin is unquestionably the best person for the job if anything can be done. However, do you believe that the Forresters' business can be saved in any way? #### Deacon's spicy twist, Hope punished, and Ridge and Steffy strike back. As Ridge Forrester and Steffy Forrester Finnegan put up a unified front against Hope Logan, intent on holding her responsible for her recent actions, The Bold and the Beautiful ramps up the drama. Deacon Sharp brings an unexpected twist to the situation, upending lives in unforeseen ways as Hope deals with personal and professional ramifications. #Steffy and Ridge strike back. Steffy and Ridge have had enough of being polite. The two are ready to act decisively because Hope's activities are causing chaos and Forrester Creations is at risk. #1. Removing Hope for the future. In a clear indication of their priorities, Ridge and Steffy decide it's time to shut down Hope's faltering line. A family business decision, Steffy contends that the brand damages the Forrester name and is no longer viable. Hope, this isn't personal. What's best for Forrester Creations is at stake. Ridge supports his daughter, still in shock at Hope's relationship with Carter. Ridge is more than happy to support Steffy's choice. Hope, you made your decisions. You must now deal with the repercussions. #2. Eliminating the Hope of power. In addition to closing her fashion label, Ridge and Steffy want to completely curtail Hope's power within the business. Hope is disappointed and feels deceived when she is relegated to a less important post. #Hope will be punished. #1. Professional repercussions. As co-workers start to turn away from Hope, her reputation at Forrester Creations suffers. Isolation at work. Hope, who was formerly seen as a shining star of the organization, is now shunned. #2. Individual challenges. Hope's personal life is affected by the business ramifications since Liam Spencer continues to be aloof and unfriendly. Liam and Steffy's developing bond. Hope feels abandoned as she observes Liam and Steffy becoming closer. Steffy, I can't match your ideal family. However, I will not allow you to ruin mine. Hope worries that Liam's separation from her could turn into a conflict over their daughter. Deacon's hot trick. Deacon Sharp intervenes with a pivotal act that upends the Forrester world just when things could get any more crazy. #1. Il Giardino's new investment ***. Deacon reveals his intentions to grow his restaurant business and adds a well-known new partner to add some spice. Who's the associate? Speculation abounds over the involvement of Sheila Carter, Bill Spencer, or another wild card. Ruffling feathers, Brooke questions Deacon's motivations as a result of his newfound ambition. #2. Protecting Hope. Additionally, Deacon makes it apparent that he will not tolerate Ridge and Steffy conspiring against his daughter. Confronting Ridge, Deacon rekindles their long-standing hostility by warning Ridge to back off. *Ridge, you've always undervalued Hope. Perhaps it's time for you to show her respect. #3. A romantic diversion? ***. Everyone is left wondering if Deacon's motives are only business-related or something more as a result of his developing intimacy with an enigmatic new figure. The family conflict gets more intense. #1. Brooke supports Hope. Another conflict between the Logans and the Forresters is set in motion when Brooke Logan refuses to allow Ridge and Steffy to abuse her daughter. An explosive argument, Brooke accuses Ridge of allowing Steffy to control him. This is about you sticking by Steffy, as always, and not about business. #2. Eric's attempts at mediation. Eric Forrester tries to mediate a settlement, but both sides oppose his efforts. Speculation by fans. The possible repercussions of these plotlines are causing fans to buzz. A Deacon is always up to something spicy. How will things change with his new partner? Who is it? Hope's punishment seems severe, but I'm sure she'll return stronger than before. Deacon may have some tricks up his sleeve, so Steffy and Ridge should be on guard. Next steps? 1. Hope's resurrection strategy. Hope isn't going to give up easily, and her next action might surprise everyone. 2. Deacon's major disclosure. The Logans and the Forresters may be significantly impacted by Deacon's new partner's identity. 3. The error of Ridge. Ridge could be at risk of a daring power move from an unexpected source if his partnership with Steffy backfires. Conclusion. Hope encounters her most difficult obstacles to yet, both personally and professionally, as Ridge and Steffy retaliate. Deacon's fiery new project, meanwhile, is expected to provide even more drama and intrigue. There will be memorable moments on The Bold and the Beautiful as alliances change and tensions rise. Watch closely as the secrets are revealed and the drama develops. On the December 4th episode of *The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke may have ruined her relationship with Ridge. In The Bold and the Beautiful's December 4th episode, Brooke Logan makes a move that might end her relationship with Ridge Forrester, setting off a series of emotional pyrotechnics. Ridge has previously displayed signs of understanding and patience, but Brooke's most recent behavior might have pushed him over the edge. Let's explore the drama and see how this crucial event could permanently alter their future. Brooke's divisive choice. #1. Choosing Hope's side. Brooke is in an impossible situation as a result of the continued fallout from the takeover by Forrester Creations. Brooke passionately protects her daughter, Hope Logan, rather than aiding Ridge in his attempts to stabilize the business. A family divide. Ridge disagrees with Brooke's steadfast devotion to Hope since he sees Hope's behavior as careless and detrimental to Forrester Creations. Brooke, you always defend her at any costs. However, what about us? Asterisk. The tension erupts at a meeting when Brooke publicly questions Ridge's choices, undercutting his authority in front of Steffy and Thomas. #####2. A conflict regarding Steffy. When Brooke accuses Steffy Forrester Finnegan of sabotaging Hope through the takeover, her resentment of Steffy also erupts. Asterisk Steffy, this isn't about what's best for the business. It has to do with your desire to ruin my daughter. Ridge, on the other hand, objects to Brooke's criticism of his daughter, which sparks a furious argument that leaves both sides in shock. #####the breaking point of the edge. #####1. I feel like I'm being undermined. Ridge has had enough of Brooke criticizing and opposing him all the time. A pattern of conflict, although Brooke and Ridge have argued about their kids before, this instance feels unique. Ridge starts to question whether their love is strong enough to endure these constant conflicts. Asterisk Brooke, perhaps we've outgrown one another. We cannot continue in this manner. #####2. Having faith in Taylor. Ridge takes comfort in a familiar place, Taylor Hayes, amid the tumult. Ridge vents his displeasure to the two during a private conversation. Taylor's empathy, Ridge is left wondering if his heart still belongs to Brooke as Taylor shows him compassion and support. ##### Brooke's understanding. #####1. A reflective moment. Brooke starts to understand the seriousness of her actions following her altercation with Ridge. Considering her priorities, Brooke wonders if she has lost the love of her life because of her devotion to Hope. Asterisk, have I pushed Ridge too far? Has he left me forever? Asterisk. #####2. A conversation with Hope. Hope inspires Brooke to stand up for Ridge when she confides in her about her anxieties. Asterisk Mom, you've always been able to make things right with Ridge. Now is not the time to give up on him. ##### the fallout. #####1. Ridge withdraws. Ridge physically and emotionally separates from Brooke as a result of his mounting annoyance. A short-term distancing, in order to get his thoughts straight, Ridge chooses to remain at Eric's estate, leaving Brooke to face her errors alone. #####2. Thomas and Steffy take advantage of. Thomas and Steffy see this as a chance to bolster their father's allegiance by cautioning him against making amends with Brooke. #### reactions from fans. Fans have been debating the episode a lot. Asterisk Hope must no longer be enabled by Brooke. Ridge is leaving her as a result. Asterisk Ridge is exaggerating. Despite the fact that he didn't deserve it, Brooke has always supported him. Asterisk to be honest, I'm cheering for Taylor and Ridge this time around as they wait in the wings. Asterisk. #### next steps. 1. Brooke apologizes. Will Brooke's pride prevent her from being humble and apologizing to Ridge? 2. The developing bond between Ridge and Taylor. As Ridge turns to Taylor for solace, can past emotions reappear and make everything more difficult? 3. The part Hope plays in the drama. Hope might act rashly to undo the harm since she feels bad about her mother's problems. #### conclusion. Brooke and Ridge have a turning point in The Bold and the Beautiful on the episode that airs on December 4th. Viewers are left wondering whether this famous couple can overcome yet another challenge, or if the damage is too deep to fix, as their love teeters on the brink. Watch to see if love triumphs over all obstacles or if Brooke and Ridge's foundational flaws end up being their downfall. #### villain era theories arise due to Hope's new look. What does it signify for her future on The Bold and the Beautiful? ****. Known for her good girl persona, Hope Logan's recent choices have taken a darker turn, and her revamped style could be the ultimate visual cue that a significant shift is underway. Fans are buzzing about Hope Logan's recent transformation, and her bold new look has sparked speculation that the beloved character might be entering her villain era. Might this be the start of a completely different Hope Logan? #### a visual metamorphosis that says it all. 1. Edgier, darker vibes. Soft colors, flowing textiles, and a kind disposition have traditionally been associated with Hope. However, her new style, which includes dramatic accessories, crisp tailoring, and vibrant colors, feels like a declaration. The message in the style: in soap operas, a change in attire frequently denotes a progression in plot, and Hope's transformation implies she's embracing a more forceful, unrepentant side. This is a new Hope, one who dares to stand up for what she believes in. 2. Makeup and hair makeover. The delicate curls and sparse makeup are gone. Hope now wears more dramatic makeup and elegant, professional haircuts. Fans respond. She appears fierce. This villain storyline is why I'm here. The phrase Hope's giving boss lady vibes is something Steffy should be aware of. Indications of the villain age. 1. Violating the regulations. People are already taking notice of Hope's deeds. She is abandoning her moral superiority, as seen by her conflicts with Steffy Forrester Finnegan and her connection with Carter Walton. A moral compass in flux, Hope's readiness to break the law to get what she wants is evocative of the villains of vintage soap operas. I wish I had cared about doing the right thing. She is now determined to succeed at all costs. 2. Bridges on fire. As Hope's decisions become increasingly contentious, her connections with important characters such as Liam Spencer and even her mother Brooke Logan have deteriorated. Rebuttal from Brooke. Brooke has begun to doubt Hope's choices, cautioning her that she is alienating her supporters. Hope, you're not the lady I reared. What's going on with you? 3. Steffy is the target. Some fans think Hope's next move might be to finally defeat Steffy, since their long-simmering animosity seems to be intensifying. What this may signify for the future of Hope. 1. At Forrester Creations, a power play. After Steffy and Ridge shut down Hope for the future, Hope may want to take over at Forrester Creations if she is embracing her ambitious side to the fullest. A fight for dominance. In order to reclaim her position and undermine Steffy's power, Hope would side with someone like Thomas Forrester or perhaps Bill Spencer. 2. Individual disobedience. Hope may move into an unconventional relationship as a result of her tense marriage to Liam, further indicating her development. Carter Walton's role. Hope and Carter's relationship may develop into something far more serious and contentious if Hope keeps depending on him. Speculation and fan theories. Fans of soap operas are notorious for their wild and imaginative hypotheses, and Hope's new appearance has provoked a barrage of them. Villain arc incoming. Many think Hope's metamorphosis is preparing her to play a significant opponent. Some believe Hope will betray Brooke or perhaps Deacon Sharp in order to gain power. This is known as family betrayal. A dark alliance. Would Hope be able to accomplish her objectives by forming an alliance with a figure such as Sheila Carter or Bill Spencer? An alternative viewpoint. Some fans are excited at the prospect of a more sinister Hope, while others worry that they may lose the beloved character. I long for the days of Hope. This rendition seems very uncharacteristic. Villain arcs are entertaining, but I hope they don't totally destroy her. Next steps? 1. The altercation with Steffy. As Hope challenges Steffy's authority, their rivalry is set to reach new heights. 2. A startling betrayal. In an attempt to solidify her new identity, Hope can turn on a loved one, such as Liam or even her mother Brooke. 3. A significant development at Forrester Creations. Hope may take severe measures to get back on track, such as launching her own company or removing Steffy from her position of authority. Conclusion. Hope Logan's new appearance is a sign of change for a character who is prepared to make a statement, not just a fashion one. This next chapter promises to be full of high-stakes drama and surprising turns, whether she's redefining herself in the face of hardship or entering a villain arc. Watch as the Bold and the Beautiful examines the consequences of Hope's metamorphosis and what it means for everyone in her immediate vicinity.